So the summer is over, and around this time of year, wherever I live, it starts to get really, really cold. And because it's getting super cold, I have to say some stuff today that is going to rile up a lot of people and make it very hot. You could call it a hot take, you could call it whatever you want, but in my opinion, I think the U20 World Cup is off to a very underwhelming start. And I'll explain exactly why. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please remember to like, subscribe. Without further ado, let's go right to this video. Now, when I say this, please take it with a grain of salt because obviously we're only a couple chapters into the U20 World Cup arc at all. So I really want you guys to take this with a grain of salt. Now, I may be super exaggerated in this video, but either way. Now, my first point as to why I think it's been underwhelming is just the overall Nigeria match. Guys, be honest, when we heard that Japan was in the group of death with Nigeria, and we heard that Nigeria was the AFCON champions, we at least thought, right? We at least thought the Nigeria were going to be somewhat of a challenge, you know, just to introduce us to the world stage, to introduce us to the U20 World Cup. Now, obviously, we all knew that the Blue Lock was going to win that. But when I was seeing predictions, I was expecting, 3-2, 3-1, 4-2, like, it was a close game, but I feel like Kaneshiro is making this game a little longer than it needs to be. I feel like if you want to go down the route Kaneshiro is going down, I feel like he could have done this in one chapter. I honestly feel like this Nigeria game could have been finished or at least close to being done or gotten the point across. What Kaneshiro is trying to show is that Blue Lock has grown so much since the U20 game and he's going individually from each player and showing off them. He could have done this in quite literally, this game could be done in like 3 to 5 chapters. I'm not even being exaggerated here. Like, I'm be real. He could have finished this game in 3 to 5 chapters if he was dead ass serious. How do I know this? Well, my first point to this is because this has been done in other sports anime before. The main one I want to talk about is Haikyuu. Now, if you guys have watched Haikyuu or even read Haikyuu, we know that Haikyuu's its whole premise is that a school has basically fallen from where it used to be, and we're trying to get the school back up to the top. So the first tournament where the already predetermined thinking about this school when they enter their first tournament in season 1 again is that, they're still trash. They're not that good anymore. They're still trash, which is kind of the same consensus with Blue Lock. I know Kaneshiro is just trying to show us how much they've grown from the NEL, but we've already seen that. We've seen all the training they had to go through. You don't have to show us some more in the game because we've already seen everything that they went through throughout the NEL. Now, back to Haikyuu. They enter the tournament, and obviously, they're not the same team they were before. The team is actually a much better team. And what does Furodate do that's different from Kaneshiro? Furodate ends up showing us the first game, he ends that game in, I kid you not, 3 to 4 chapters. That game is over in 3 to 4 chapters. You want to know why he ends it in 3 to 4 chapters? Because he knows nobody cares about the team that we're playing against right now. The next game is Date Tech, and that is a big boy team. Just like in the U20 World Cup, our next game is France. We want to see that game. We do not care about Onazi and Kuso and Bello. These guys are just listen, if you're not going to make them super strong, I'm telling you guys, there's literally no reason for us to care about these characters. Because I know for sure that if they're getting done up badly right now, going future, we're only going to get stronger and these guys are only going to get more irrelevant. So I don't care about these characters. I think Onazi just isn't their whole dynamic. I don't know if people mess with it, but I just don't care about that dynamic. I'm be so real. Now, this could just be an opinion thing. Somebody could come here and tell me, oh yeah, Onazi's my favorite Blue Lock character. I wouldn't fight you on that. You know what I'm saying? To each their own. But for me personally, if you're just gonna hyper low scale these characters later on, we already know these guys are bottom feeders. And they're just about to get worse as time goes. So why are we spending so much time with them? That's just my question. The way Furodate did it is we went in there, we proved our point that Karasuno has grown a lot from their previous team to this team, and we've shown it through brief clips in the game Not even the entire game, because you don't need to show the entire game. You can just show us the highlight moments. Show everyone reacting to how good they've gotten, and that'll do the job. That'll actually do the job. Now, one might argue that this has already happened with Blue Lock, that people already know that Japan is already like, they've gotten a lot better because of the Blue Lock project. And I would agree with you. Yes, I guess it is known that Japan has gotten a lot better. But we've never been shown other countries actively praising Japan. Like, even Nigeria went into this game not knowing how good Japan were until they actually played against them. So it's already shown that Japan still needs to prove themselves on a world stage to show everyone how good they truly are. And so, since that is the case, I don't think that Kaneshiro is going about it the right way. I do not think that he should be wasting this much time on a team like Nigeria. I don't know if I'm the only one alone on this. Let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comments. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like this game does absolutely no right, because I do believe that this game is showing good signs for the U20 World Cup, because it shows that anybody can score at any time. Like, the two goal scorers was Rio and Bachira. The two most unpredictable goal scorers I could have, thought would score the first two goals, which is a great sign, and it shows that unlike the NEL, goals will not happen like a pattern. Somebody would not have a sad backstory and then immediately score right after. That's not going to happen in this arc. This arc's going to be a lot more unpredictable, which I like. Now, another thing that Kaneshiro could be setting up with this Nigeria game is he might just be trying to prop Japan up. Now, this would be a good way to prop them up, but the way the story's going right now, I have a small feeling that Nigeria is going to be able to fight a little bit back in the second half. But I hope if Japan do blow Nigeria out and beat them like 5-1, 5-2, right? I hope their confidence is sky high for then Kaneshiro to pull the rug underneath us and then have them face France and get destroyed. Now, I feel like that would be a good payoff to what is being set up here. But I'm not sure if that is the case right now, so I can't really speak too much on it. But if it does happen, I will give Kaneshiro his props and say, okay, well done. You did it. You actually made us believe that we stood a chance against France because of how in detail you went with this Nigeria game. But, again, another but, if we don't blow out Nigeria by 4 goals, absolutely destroy them, have our confidence sky high, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What is the point of this game? What is the point? Onazi is going to show up 5 times after this. And every time he shows up, he's not going to be that good. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't think Onazi is even a top 5 striker we've even seen. He's not even a top 5 striker we've seen. What are we doing wasting this much time on him? What are we doing? These opponents should be opponents back when we were in the U20 arc. We should have played these guys in the U20 arc. These are U20 level opponents. We shouldn't be playing these guys as the first game as the U20 World Cup. I do not think, though. I don't think so. Depending on how much this arc has been hyped up, depending on how long we've had to wait for this arc, depending on all the stakes that have been risen, I just don't think that these guys, the Nigerian team, are just living up to the hype. I don't think so. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about their dynamic and everything they got going on and their writing, because they're irrelevant. In the grand scheme of things, they're going to be irrelevant. I know Kaneshiro as a writer, and I know he will not visit these guys again. And if he does, they're still going to be shit the next time around. So yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, there's 2 ways he can go. Either way, one way he goes, where France absolutely destroyed them after a complete ego-boosted blue lock. That'll be sick to see. That'll be good. I'll be all right. I'll forgive all this, But if he goes the other direction, and we barely beat Nigeria just to play France and get destroyed, I'll be like, okay, why are we wasting all that time on Nigeria in the first place then? Makes no sense. Now, you never know. Maybe Kaneshiro will be able to make this game interesting because, Nigeria is going to start playing like blue lock, and we'll see how that develops, and we'll see if they'll be able to tie up the game, maybe force an upset or something. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about this take. Is it too hot? Did I come off too aggressive? Did I come off too exaggerated? I'm sorry if I did that. But yeah, man, I hope you guys all leave your comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts. And yeah, man, if you guys subscribe if you guys like this video. Hope you guys all have a great day. Goodbye.